Hey guys, Andrew McFarlane here from StartAJuiceBar.com. Hope you guys are feeling awesome, happy, healthy, and inspired to launch your juice businesses or to grow your existing businesses. Today we are talking about recipe development versus menu development. A lot of people think that recipe development is menu development, and these are not the same thing. And so we're going to dive into a lot of the misconceptions. We're going to talk about the 3 primary things that make a great menu and so much more. If you guys are new to the channel and you don't know who I am and you don't know what we do, over the last 10 years, myself and my company has had the pleasure of supporting hundreds of entrepreneurs all over the world, launch and scale juice bar concepts, healthy food service concepts, and the like, as well as running our own businesses. So all the information that's coming to you on this channel is coming from experience. And an early request to press the like button. These videos take a lot of time and energy to create, and so we just appreciate you guys showing your support to the channel by doing that. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We're producing content like this on a regular basis. Also push the notification bell so you guys get alerted anytime we release new content. And now, without further ado, let's dive in. So I speak to a lot of people, as you guys know. I have a lot of clients that we work with, and there's patterns that come up over and over and over again. We might be working with someone and they might come to us and they say, you know what, for my menu, I want to have this recipe from this juice bar over here that I've seen. Can you make some version of that? I have this recipe that I make at home. Can you make some version of that? A lot of times, and it's not to say that this can't be done, but there are other things to be taken into consideration when it comes to actually making a mature and well-developed menu that is not just about the recipes. So the misconception is that people believe that a great menu is just a lot of really great recipes put together. And while it is important to have great recipes, that should go without saying, but there are more things that you have to be aware of when it comes to making a mature and well-crafted menu. And we're going to talk about all of that. So the first thing that I want to get out of the window is that it is not enough to just find recipes here, there, and just to compile a bunch of different recipes that you think are great to have an amazing menu. So let's kind of put that notion to rest and see what it means to have a more well-developed menu. So the first component is what we've been talking about. What makes a great menu and a mature menu? Yes, you have to have recipes that appeal to your customers, right? That's first and foremost. You should have that. But beyond that, what is the next thing that you have to think about that a lot of people miss? And it is really understanding in totality. I don't just mean for a singular recipe, but when you're looking at your entire menu, what are the production implications for that menu? What are the storage implications for that menu? Meaning you're going to have a ratio of frozen ingredients, dry ingredients, fresh ingredients. They all have to be stored. They also have to have a certain process to produce. And on top of that, you're going to have a certain amount of a minimum requirement, I should say, for your inventory purchasing. So you have to take all these things into consideration outside of just having recipes that your customers like. When you look at your inventory, when you look at your equipment, when you look at the spatial requirements you have based on the location that you're in, these are all things that you're going to need to be aware of and take into account when it comes to developing a mature menu, right? Easy to produce, easy to order, no spoilage. I've got the right equipment to produce it, so on and so forth. So with that, there are a lot of things that when we work with clients, they might have suggestions. They might say, hey, can we put that ingredient in there or this ingredient? And I would say, you know what? I love that ingredient, but I love it for home use. I don't love it in a business because here's X, Y, and Z that can happen. And it's very difficult to know what these things are if you haven't worked in food service before and you've never developed a menu before, which is generally why I don't really suggest that people make menus on their own, because it's sort of like you're walking into an arena that you don't have enough information to really do it well. But I want you guys to be aware of these things as you're in consideration of this process. And even if you bring someone else on to do it, as you guys may or may not know, this is something that a service our company provides. But if you're going to have anyone do it, you need to be aware of all of these elements that I'm outlining here. So these are the first 2 things. Number 1 is, yes, you have to have recipes that appeal to your customers. Number two is you have to be aware and take into consideration what the production implications are, the storage implications, the inventory and spoilage implications are based on your menu that you've developed. And lastly, you obviously have to have recipes that make your business money. And now that should be obvious, but to some people it's not obvious. To some people who run businesses, they aren't aware of whether or not their recipes make them money. So when you bring these three things into convergence and you do them well, now you've got a mature and well-crafted menu. Sometimes people are really great at one of them, and usually that's the recipe creation portion, but maybe the recipes aren't coming out to a consistent size. Maybe the portions aren't measured correctly, so there's not a clear paper trail to train your staff. So then the output is inconsistent. Maybe the production is great, or maybe the costs are great, but the recipes don't taste good. There's all these things that can come into play that sometimes may be difficult for you guys to execute on. But as long as you are aware, at the very least, of what needs to be considered, at least you're a little bit further along the path into understanding the direction you should be going. So I hope this helps you guys. As I mentioned before, if you guys do need help developing your menu or any other aspect of your business, send me an email at andrew@StartAJuiceBar.com. Would be happy to talk about how we can support you with this or anything else. But overall, know that menu development is not the same as recipe development. And a great and well-crafted menu is more than just recipes that taste great or that appeal to your clients and customers. There's much more to think about. So I hope this has been enlightening. I hope it supports you guys. As always, if you guys like the video and you haven't pressed the like button yet, go ahead and press the like button. This is obviously going to expose this content to more people so we can collectively make the world a healthier place. Because if you guys don't know, our mission here at Starter Juice Bar is to really create more healthy food service businesses than unhealthy food service concepts. Because to me, it doesn't really make sense that we live in a world where there are more businesses out there serving people food that are contributing to humanity getting ill than there are businesses that are helping humanity heal. And so together we can make this world a reality. If you guys have any questions or comments or just want to tell us that you've been liking the content, put something in the comment box below. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, you definitely want to subscribe. We're producing content like this regularly. And then lastly, follow us on Instagram at StartAJuiceBar. There's content there every day. You can also direct message us there if you prefer to communicate through that medium. And then follow us on our podcast on Spotify and on iTunes. Hope you guys are doing well. Until next time, this is Andrew McFarland with StartAJuiceBar.com. See you soon. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content. If you're in a place where you are really inspired to launch your juice business, but you're not exactly sure what steps to take, for you, we've created a free ebook, The 15 Steps to Starting Your Juice Bar from Scratch. Now, this is going to give you an overview of all the steps that you need to take in order to launch your business. If you want to go even deeper, we created an online course, the Juice Bar Master Blueprint. This is going to go into great detail into every single aspect of the business, starting from the very beginning all the way to actually launching a successful juice business. There's links for both of these in the description below. I know you guys will find a lot of value out of them. As always, wishing you a lot of success, and I'll see you guys in the next video.